All right, for today's video, we're going to be talking about estimated taxes. One of the most frequent questions that we get. People always ask, what are estimated taxes? Do I have to pay estimated taxes? And then when do I pay estimated taxes? So today we're going to go over all those things and help clear up some of the questions that a lot of taxpayers have, because it can be a little confusing if you don't know what you're doing. So, estimated taxes. Let's start with, what are they? Well, a lot of people, a lot of taxpayers throughout the year, they either don't pay taxes or they don't have enough taxes withheld from their paychecks. In fact, a lot of people, like those that are self-employed, they don't pay any taxes throughout the year. Also, maybe people that have a lot of investment income from a rental property or from an interest or dividends, they may not be having taxes withheld, so they're going to owe a lot of taxes come tax time. What a lot of people don't know is that if you don't pay your taxes throughout the year, you can actually get hit with a penalty or pay additional fines for not paying enough in taxes. So estimated taxes are a way for you to actually go ahead and pay taxes throughout the year so that you don't get hit with additional penalties. So how much do you have to pay? So this is a calculation that goes off of two numbers. But first, let's take a look at how much you're going to be paying in taxes. So there's two options. The first is you could pay 90% of your current tax obligation for the current year. Right now it's 2020, so you have to actually go ahead and pay about 90% of your estimated taxes for this year. So if you're going to be paying $10,000 in taxes this year, you need to pay $9,000 in estimated taxes to make sure that you don't get hit with a penalty. Or if your prior year, so 2019, if 100% of your prior year's taxes is less than 90% of the current year's taxes, you can go ahead and pay that. So maybe last year you only owed $5,000 in taxes. Well, you can go ahead and pay $5,000 in estimated taxes to make sure that you don't have an additional penalty. Now, it does change that number if you do make a lot of money as a household. If you're married filing jointly and your household income is over $150,000, your adjusted gross income, you actually have to pay 110% of last year's tax liability. So keep in mind, it's either 90% of the current year tax liability or 100 or 110% of the prior year's tax liability. Now, when do I pay those amounts? So you actually are going to pay those in 4 installments. The first payment is actually going to be in April. So April 15th is when you pay your first estimated tax payment. The next date is in June. June 15th is your second payment. September 15th is your third, and then your final tax payment, your final estimated tax payment, is going to be January 15th of the year following. So keep in mind, when you have to submit your tax return or pay taxes owed, that's due by April 15th of the year following your tax year. So your taxes are going to be due for 2020 April 15th of 2021. So your last estimated tax payment is going to be January 15th of 2021, given a tax year of 2020. So hopefully this helps clear up what they are, when you pay them, and how you pay them. But what makes things a little bit more complicated is not all taxable income is taxed the same. Investments may be taxed at the capital gains tax rate. Interest or earned income, you're going to pay ordinary income taxes on. And then if it's self-employed income or income that you receive from a business and a partnership, you may have to pay self-employment taxes. So all these amounts are going to be taxed at a different rate. So if you need help calculating what your estimated tax payment is, feel free to reach out to us. We're always happy to do a complimentary strategy call with prospects and clients to help them determine what their estimated taxes are. Go to the link down below, reach out to us, let us know if you have any questions.